Hello, am I audible?
Assalamualaikum sir. Yes sir.
Okay, so let us start. Uh, so in the last class, we were discussing exact sequences. In fact, for short exact sequences, we proved a proposition, equivalent conditions. So we have proved this lemma is this proposition for short exact sequences. So this was the proposition. So this was the proposition for a short exact sequence, or a short exact sequence 0 to m dash to m double dash to 0 f and g. The following are equivalent. The following are equivalent. So first was, there exists S belonging to home A m comma m dash such that S composition F is identity on m dash. Secondly, there exists T belonging to home A m double dash comma m double dash comma okay. So there exists S in home A m comma m dash. So I should just rewrite it. This is not actually, the middle module is actually m. Okay, this is m dash. So m double dash comma m such that G composition T is identity on m double dash. And third, there exists S belonging to home A m comma m dash, G belong this T belonging to home A m double dash comma m such that S composition F is identity on m dash and G composition T is identity on m double dash. And you have also one more condition, that F composition S plus T composition G is identity on M. And if any of these three conditions are satisfied, then your M is isomorphic to M dash direct sum M double dash. Okay, so why I'm writing this statement? Because the next you can say definition actually comes from this proposition. So you can just write it. So you can write a definition. So if any of the any of the conditions, if any of the conditions of the above proposition or satisfied, or you can say hold, if any of the conditions of the above proposition hold, then we say that the short exact sequence splits. Then we say that the short exact sequence splits, or it is split exact. It is split exact. स्प्लिट हम इसी सेंस में कह रहे हैं क्योंकि ये m एक्चुअली स्प्लिट हो रहा है इनटू ए डायरेक्ट सम ऑफ m डैश एंड m डबल डैश। तो अगर इन तीनों में से कोई भी कंडीशन अगर कोई भी होगी तो तीनों होंगी, बिकॉज ये इक्वलेंट है। अगर 1 होगी तो 2 होगी, अगर 2 होगी तो 3 होगी, अगर 3 होगी तो 1 होगी, बिकॉज दे आर इक्वलेंट। तो अगर इन तीनों में से कोई भी कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई हो जाए आपके पास, तो आप कहते हैं कि ये जो सीक्वेंस शॉर्ट एग्जैक्ट सीक्वेंस है ये स्प्लिट हो रही है, या इट इज स्प्लिट एग्जैक्ट। एंड वी कॉल दिस एस एंड टी। ये जो एस और टी आपको मिले, दे आर कॉल्ड एज द splitting of the sequence. So we call S and T as the splittings of the sequence of the sequence. Okay. Now there is one more thing that we want to discuss. So suppose you have a homomorphism. So let you have a homomorphism, say H from a module L to a module N, be an A module homomorphism. A module homomorphism. Okay. Now if this morphism, this H is also injective, if H is injective, it is also called a monomorphism. It is also called a monomorphism. So monomorphism is actually the injective homomorphism. While if H is surjective, we call it epimorphism. While if H is surjective, we call it we also call it epimorphism. Okay. Further, H is said to be a split monomorphism. Further, H is said to be a split monomorphism. Split monomorphism if there exists S from N to L. Okay, so this is S belonging to home A N comma L, such that S composition H is identity on L. तो स्प्लिट मोनोमॉर्फिज्म क्या होगी? जिसका लेफ्ट इनवर्स आपको मिल जाए. दिस S is actually the left inverse of H. If you have a homomorphism such that you have its left inverse, we call it a split monomorphism. In other words, a left invertible homomorphism is a split monomorphism. That is, H is left invertible. Left invertible. So left invertible homomorphisms are actually called as, these are actually categorical notions, but we are actually just dealing with category of modules. So you have a special case here. These things are defined in arbitrary category. So H is said to be a split monomorphism if there exists S, which is the left inverse of H. Likewise, H is said to be a split epimorphism if it has a right inverse. H is said to be a split epimorphism. H is said to be split epimorphism if there exists T belonging to home A, T भी यहीं से ही होगा, T belonging to home A, N comma L, but T would be composed on the right side, such that H composition T is identity on N. That is, H is right invertible. H is right invertible. Okay, so these notions of split monomorphism and these split epimorphisms, they are actually, you can say, generalizations of monomorphisms and epimorphisms, because you will see that every split monomorphism is a monomorphism and a split epimorphism is an epimorphism. So you can write it as a fact. Every split monomorphism is a monomorphism. Every split monomorphism is a monomorphism. Every split epimorphism is, so they are particular cases actually, not generalization, but particular case. Because you have epimorphisms which are not split epimorphisms, and you have monomorphisms which are not split monomorphisms. But split monomorphism is a monomorphism, split epimorphism is an epimorphism. Okay, so it is straightforward, just you have to do a bit of writing. तो अगर आपके पास split monomorphism है, now if H is, so let H be split monomorphism. ठीक है, आपको दिखाना है ये मोनोमॉर्फिज्म है, तो मतलब आपको 1 1 दिखाना है. So let L1 L2 belonging to L such that H of L1 is H of L2, but this implies that S composition H of L1 is S composition H of L2, but this is identity. This is also identity. So this implies L1 is L2. So this means H is mono. Okay. Similarly, further if further so also let H be split epimorphism. ओके सो आपको दिखाना है ये epimorphism है तो मतलब ये ऑन टू होनी चाहिए. सो टेक एनी n in n, take any n in n, then this n you can write it as identity on n of n, because identity map sends n to n, but you can write it as H composition T of n. So okay, so this is equal to H of T of n. So you have actually the pre-image of n under H is actually what it is, T of n. So showing that it is on to. So this means T of n belonging to L is the pre-image of n in n. So this means this H is epimorphism. So every split monomorphism is a monomorphism. Every split epimorphism is an epimorphism. Now I will leave as an exercise for you. So find examples. Find examples to show that the converse need not be true. Need not be. So आपको in the category of modus के लिए आपको देखना है. So you have to find an epimorphism or monomorphisms which are not split epimorphism and split monomorphism. Okay. Now one example that I want to discuss. So let m dash m double dash be A modules. Okay. And let q dash from m dash to the direct sum m dash direct sum m double dash q double dash from m double dash to m dash direct sum m double dash with the canonical inclusions, with the canonical, what are these canonical inclusions? Can anybody tell me? क्या हैं ये canonical inclusions? बताओ. Who will tell? Am I audible? हाँ भाई आवाज आ रही है मेरी? Am I audible? हाँ बताइए कैसे डिफाइन.
Yes, sir.
हाँ तो ये मैप्स कैसे डिफाइन है जरा बता दो. What do we mean by these canonical inclusions? ये ऐसे डिफाइन है कि ये, क्योंकि ये इसका सब मॉड्यूल है ना, आप इसको ऐसे देखो, क्यू डैश ऑफ एनी एम डैश इज एक्चुअली एम डैश कॉमा जीरो। ठीक है, तो क्यू डैश हर किसी एम डैश को एम डैश कॉमा जीरो पे मैप करता है। इसी तरह क्यू डैश ऑफ एम डबल डैश गोज टू जीरो कॉमा एम डबल डैश। आपका एम डैश तो एम डैश में है और एम डबल डैश जो है वो एम डबल डैश में है। ठीक है, so these are actually called as from any module to the direct sum, जो कि नेचुरल मैप्स हैं, ये से डिफाइंड है। और इसी तरह आप इनके रिवर्स भी डिफाइन कर सकते हो। दीज आर कैनोनिकल प्रोजेक्शंस बेसिकली फ्रॉम द डायरेक्ट सम टू द corresponding m dash and m double dash. So let p dash from m dash direct sum m double dash to m dash, p double dash from m double dash to, no, m, sorry, p double dash from m dash direct sum m double dash to m double dash be the canonical projections, be the canonical projections. How do we define canonical projections? You take any p dash of m dash comma m dash comma m double dash and map it to m dash. इसी तरह p double dash of m dash comma m double dash map it to m double dash. Now these are you can see that these are this q dash and q double dash, they are split monomorphisms, and p dash and p double dash are split epimorphisms. So q dash comma q double dash are split monomorphisms, and p dash comma p double dash are split epimorphisms. Why? Because you have this because you have because if you compose p dash with q dash, you can see that it is identity on m dash, and if you compose p dash with q double dash, it is identity on m double dash. So they are respectively left and right inverses of each other. So therefore, yeah. So once you have this, so therefore the given sequence is thus the sequence is split exact. So thus the sequence, if you take this sequence 0 m dash to m dash direct sum m double dash to m double dash to 0, this is q dash, this is p double dash, is split exact. Why it is split exact? क्यों होगी ये split exact? Because of the proposition, because the proposition जो मैंने शुरू में ही आपको रिमाइंड की, वो तो यही कहती है, हम कहते हैं अगर इन तीनों में से कोई भी कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई होगी तो ये सीक्वेंस जो है आपकी, इसको आप स्प्लिट एग्जैक्ट कहोगे। तो आपके पास ये दोनों सेटिस्फाई हो रही है ना, ओके। So this sequence is split exact. And what are the splittings? Splittings are P dash and Q dash, Q double dash. क्योंकि Q dash के लिए आपको P dash मिल रहा है यहाँ, तो इसके लिए आपको Q double dash मिल रहा है. So the splittings are P dash and Q double dash. Okay. Now we have a lemma in our, we will conclude this split exact with this lemma. So this is the lemma. It says that for a sequence of this type 0 to m dash to m double dash to 0 f and g of A homomorphisms the following two conditions are equivalent. So you call this sequence as E. Okay, the following two conditions are equivalent. The following two conditions are equivalent. First is that this is exact and split. This E is exact and split. Second, there exists S in home A m comma m dash and T in home A m double dash comma m such that S composition F is identity on m dash, G composition T is identity on m double dash, and F composition S plus T composition G is identity on M. So these two conditions are equivalent. Now first implies 2. This is immediate from the proposition that I mentioned in the beginning. So proof. So first implies 2, because if this sequence is exact, then you have exact and split. So you can apply the previous proposition to get these two conditions. Is immediate by proposition mentioned in the beginning. Now second implies 1. So you have to show that this sequence is exact and split. Now split is straightforward because of split and exactness. Some parts of exactness they are straightforward. अगर ये split हो रही है तो ये F जो है ये split monomorphism होगी. इसका मतलब ये monomorphism भी होगी तो ये इंजेक्टिव हो जाएगी. ये split epimorphism है. So therefore it is also surjective. Okay. No, और सेकंड इम्प्लाइज वन दिखाना है ना हमें। सेकंड इम्प्लाइज वन में पहले आपको दिखाना है ये एग्जैक्ट है, फिर दिखाना है ये स्प्लिट है। तो सेकंड वाले में आपको ये जो कंडीशन है एस कंपोजिशन एफ इज आइडेंटिटी ऑन एम डैश, यहाँ से तो मिल जाएगी एफ इंजेक्टिव। और जी कंपोजिशन टी इज आइडेंटिटी ऑन एम डबल डैश, इट सेज दैट जी इज सर्जेक्टिव। इनफैक्ट ये कंडीशन कहेगी ये स्प्लिट मोनोमॉर्फिज्म है। तो इसको ऐसे लिखो ना, एस कंपोजिशन एफ इक्वल टू as composition f equal to identity on m dash. Now as composition f equal to identity on m dash implies f is split mono. So this implies f is mono, that is injective. ठीक है। और दूसरा क्या है, G composition T is identity on M double dash. Now G composition T is identity on M double dash implies G is split EP morphism. Split EP. So in other words, you can say that G is EP. That is surjective. ठीक है, तो इसका मतलब ये सीक्वेंस स्प्लिट भी है और एग्जैक्ट है M डैश और M डबल डैश पे। अब सिर्फ आपको यहाँ देखनी है एग्जैक्टनेस। So this means the sequence is split and exact at M dash and M double dash. Now you only need to show that it is exact at M. So to show that it is exact at M, what do you need to show? Yes, you need to show that image of F is same as kernel of G. ये दिखाना है। Exact at M means image of F should be same as kernel of G. Okay. So now if you take G composition F, it is same as G composition F composition S composition F, because S composition F is identity. Okay. So this you can take G here. So G composition of this F composition F composition F. But F composition F you can take its value from this this equation. यहाँ से ये आ जाएगा वन आइडेंटिटी ऑन एम माइनस टी कंपोजिशन जी. So this is equal to G composition. You have identity on M minus T composition G composition F. So this is G composition F minus, now T composition G, so G composition, this is G composition T composition G composition F, but this is identity. So this is, you get that G composition F minus G composition F minus G composition, which is 0. So G composition F is 0. What does it mean? It means that image of F is contained in kernel of G. So we have shown that image of F is contained in kernel of G. Now conversely, let X belongs to kernel of G. Okay. Now X, which is identity on M of X, and which is F composition S plus T composition G of X. So which is F composition S of X plus T composition G of X. Okay. Now T composition G of X is what?
So T of 0.
T composition G. T composition G कहीं 0 हो रहा है, एक मिनट. T composition G कहीं 0 हो रहा है. हाँ, G of X 0 है, because X आपने kernel of G में लिया ना. So G of X आपका 0 है. So this is, you are left with simply F composition S of X, which is X. So this means what? This X belongs to image of, ये image of F में चला गया ना. Okay. So this means belonging to image of F. So this means kernel of G is a subset of image of F. So, and we are done. Okay. So we have proven this lemma. Now the next result is about linking the linking the exactness from modules to the corresponding exactness from the home modules, and we will use induced homomorphisms in order to get this result. Okay, so I think we will rejoin after, how much time is left?
Sir, I guess 1 minute.
So we will rejoin. Okay.